Mary Cosby is preparing for a new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. However, her son looks like he's preparing for time in jail. He was arrested recently for trespassing and assault.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. As I mentioned to you before, a new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City will begin next week. And although a lot of us are excited, we also remember Mary Cosby's storyline from last season, and it had to do with her son's drug use. And one of the things that stood out in my mind, wondering what is the update when it comes to her son? Well, it looks like TMZ is all over it. According to them in their exclusive, Mary Cosby's son, Robert Jr., has found himself in hot water with the law again. We learned that he's been arrested for a number of alleged crimes, including assault and trespassing. According to an arrest report obtained by TMZ, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star's only child was arrested just outside Salt Lake City, Utah, Saturday for failure to stop at the command of law enforcement, criminal trespassing, assault, and 3 alleged violations of a court order. They said, per the report, local police responded to a domestic violence call after Robert Jr. allegedly tried to break into his father-in-law's home. Sidebar, I thought he wasn't really married. I remember Mary Cosby asking him of the question, like, are you married? Are you not married? So he really is married? Okay. They said allegedly he tried to break into his father-in-law's home via a dog door. Excuse me? A dog door? You know the dog doors that we've seen in like sitcoms, that people actually have one of those? But you were trying to creep through that? Okay. And he, according to TMZ, assaulted someone on the front lawn. Robert Jr. allegedly failed to get on the ground when ordered to do so by the responding police officer before eventually complying and being taken into custody. Bail has been set at $5,000. This is Robert Jr.'s latest set of legal troubles. He was previously arrested in 2022 for a DUI, where cops say that he didn't have a license and disobeyed traffic laws. He ended up pleading guilty to the DUI, resulting in other charges being dropped. You may recall that Robert Jr. talked about his life of drug use on the last season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They also have a clip here from that scene. We won't play it here. They continue, said, however, the saga didn't stop there, where with Robert Jr. finding himself back in court after allegedly failed to prove he completed a court-ordered rehab stay. Though Mary previously said on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's reunion that Robert Jr. did attend a rehabilitation program and was doing, quote, good. Remember, Mary opened up about her son's struggles on the Bravo series, having a viral heart-to-heart with her son in season 5, where she begged her son to be honest with her about his issues. She also talked about it on SiriusXM's Reality Check. They said during Wednesday's appearance on the show, Mary hinted that Robert Jr. was struggling with substance issues again, noting her husband, Robert Sr., was devastated by their son's battle. Let's take a listen to what she had to say in the clip.
How is he? Is he doing good?
He's doing as good as he can.
Okay.
It's his journey. I told him, if you don't make your mind up, then this is all for nothing. Mm-hmm. And if it just takes a made up mind to do and execute whatever you are trying to do, but you can't do it if your mind's not made up. And I can't make it up for him. Mm-mm. I can just only push him, encourage him, and love him. And that's what I'm doing. And that's kind of where we are, but he's still on that road. And it's a hardcore road. It's, it's tough to watch as a mom. It's hurtful to see his dad is most of the time devastated.
Sure.
But at the same time, I have hope and I believe in him. And I know that his ability. I mean, I raised him, so I know he's got all the tools and he's got all the willpower that he needs.
And the support.
He just needs to make up his mind.
New York City, this is your last opportunity to get your tickets for our live show. Tomorrow is our live show at the Green Room 42 featuring the Brooke Ashley. It's a night of hot topics, tea being spilled by myself, the Brooke Ashley, and you. So come with your questions and your tea. Also, don't forget, this is a special show because it can be live streamed, and it will be live streamed around the world. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to watch this show live and for a week after. So make sure you get your tickets today. There are also meet and greets as an add-on available for those that don't have ringside or premiere tickets. If you have ringside or premiere tickets, you don't need to add the meet and greet. However, if you don't have those tickets and you would like to meet and greet and take pictures with me and chit chat, buy your tickets. That is a separate link. So 3 separate links for in-person, meet and greets, and the live stream. Go get your tickets. Live stream, folks. Don't wait till tomorrow to get your live stream ticket because you might be locked out. Ticket information will be available in the description. So I have a couple of things to say in regards to the struggles that Robert Jr. has been dealing with. We have to also remember that Mary is a pastor. She's a leader of a church. And we've talked about her church and how the church views her. They almost view her as almost like this almost how a lot of people view the Pope. That's how, based on reports, people view Mary in this church. They look up to her tremendously, which puts a lot of attention on them as a family union, especially after being on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and people learning more about them and speculating about them. I know a lot of that attention had to be a lot for Robert Jr., so I wasn't completely surprised that he was getting into legal trouble. I'm not saying that this is an excuse, but I'm not surprised that there was drug use, allegedly. I don't want to allegedly, he's admitted to it. And it probably just trying to live up to what the church expects of him. I'm not completely surprised that he's gone down this path. But what I was impressed with last season was, although Mary is the leader of this church, she had a very modern perspective on how to handle this. And I don't know if this is guidance from other people. I think this is what brought her and Angie together because, Angie's mother struggled with alcoholism. So an addiction really is a disease. And I'm not surprised between his addiction that there's other legal troubles. I'm not sure if he's still using, based on what Mary recently said. If he's still using, I'm not surprised that there was some sort of domestic issue with his girlfriend, wife, whoever she may be. So all of this, it plays out the way that it does. And she knows that she can't make him stop using, stop getting into trouble. She realizes this. All she can do is say, I believe in you. And when you're ready, I'm here to support you. That really impressed me last season with her because there are a lot of churchy people. And again, I don't know if this is how she really is or this is what she's presenting. But based on what she said and consistently said, I have to give her credit that she realizes what she's dealing with here and that she can only do so much. And of course, it's very hard for her to accept that as a family member. And I know anyone that's probably watching this that has dealt with a family member or yourself have dealt with addiction, you realize you yourself have to come to the point where you say that you are ready. And the fact that Mary understands that, I'm impressed by that. And she also knows, look, what's happening. Unfortunately, because it's Mary Cosby's son, people are going to talk about this. People like TMZ are going to report on this. It's another mounted pressure, not just on the family, not just on Mary, but on her son, the pressure that he probably was already feeling, and hence why he may have turned to drugs. So according to TMZ, it says she added in the interview, I can just only push him, encourage him, and love him. And that's what I'm doing. That's the kind of where we are. But he's still on that road, and it's a hardcore road. According to TMZ, they've reached out to Bravo for comment, but so far, no word back. They're not going to. I'm pretty sure that this will be a part of Mary Cosby's storyline. Not necessarily this arrest just happened on Saturday. However, I'm sure Andy will ask her about this at the reunion. But I'm sure they're going to give us some sort of update on everything that played out last season. There was a lot of stuff that she shared in regards to her son's addiction. I wouldn't be surprised that we're going to get some scenes with Robert Jr. Will we see Robert Sr.? He doesn't like filming. And I asked Brooke Ashley at the New York City watch party they had if Robert Sr. was with with Mary, and she says he was not there. So either way, no matter where their relationship might be, most definitely this is their child, and they have to be a united front in dealing with someone that's struggling with addiction. Guys, I want to know your thoughts and reactions to this latest update when it comes to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Their new season starts next week. I think next week, Tuesday. Of course, here on the channel, we'll be covering all the stories and the recap. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Here we go now.